At the Tech, our mission is to inspire the innovator in everyone, developing problem solvers who create positive change in the world. Through the systems design approach, learners imagine solutions, create prototypes, test, reflect, and repeat.
When you think about system design challenge and real-world problems, you're actually bringing in something where a student can use their creativity. They could actually use their problem-solving skills. They could actually use their communication skills, their critical thinking skills.
Trying to figure out the problems is a skill that we really need. And also trying to get around those problems and finding a solution that does that.
To help learners develop innovative ideas, try using creative brainstorming strategies, such as sticky note, free draw, or picture brainstorm. For example, in this picture brainstorm, learners imagine how a random emoji or icon could be used to solve the problem facing their endangered species. During brainstorming, be sure to provide time for learners to think of their own ideas before joining a group brainstorm. Have learners document ideas without judging them. Encourage learners to think broadly, collecting a lot of ideas. As a final step, have learners focus on one idea to develop into a solution.
I want them to work together and have that light bulb go off.
Systems design problems lend themselves to a range of interdisciplinary solutions. Solutions could be a technology, an event, a space, a marketing campaign, a process, or even a business. For example, if a team is focused on the well-being of wildlife, they could develop a device to assess and communicate animal health in real time.
I think the wristbands that track sharks can help know how many sharks there are. And if we lose one, we could find out why and to try to prevent that from happening again.
Even though teams are going to come up with a variety of solutions, you can tailor project requirements to the content knowledge and skills that you want learners to build. For example, social science classes might write a position paper about the impact their solution will have, while engineering classes could include a diagram or physical prototype in their presentation.
The world works around teams to actually solve problems. And so to me, this is a mini project that they could actually do not only to build skills, but also to think about their way of solutions creatively. So it's really outside the box thinking.
Once teams have outlined the concept for their idea, they need to test it. Learners should share their ideas and receive feedback. Use formal protocols to structure peer feedback sessions. Teams can also hold stand-up meetings for quick, informal feedback from others. Learners can also test their ideas by conducting additional research. Looking for real-world examples can provide inspiration while assessing the validity of their assumptions.
The feedback that we got from other people was helpful. They actually gave us one of the tower's ideas and some of the cameras, so we used that and we're putting that into our final product.
Iteration is a critical part of the process. Provide multiple opportunities for teams to reflect on the feedback they've received and use it to improve their solutions.
Feedback is great. I think it's also the way you use your words in feedback, like just saying, oh, you did a great job. This was interesting on how you did this or how you brought this up. It's all about wording.
I feel it allows students to develop problem-solving skills. They can be creative. And I also think challenging your students to define the problem, then explore new things and finally come up with a solution.
Through this iterative process, learners develop confidence as problem solvers, honing skills in creativity, collaboration, and perseverance. See the rest of this video series for additional tips on facilitating systems design challenges. For more resources, go to thetech.org/resources.